Each of these avocados has enough pulp to extract 30 milliliters of oil. But how is avocado oil made? In this video, we'll discover how ripe avocados that are beginning to spoil are processed to extract their valuable oil. The avocado is a delicious fruit that comes from a lush tree of great size and deep green color. It is one of the most appreciated fruits in the world. Its flavor, creamy texture, and nutritional properties have made it an essential food in millions of homes. Its consumption is booming thanks to its numerous nutritional benefits. It is an excellent source of healthy fats, vitamins, and minerals, and is considered a natural substitute for proteins found in foods such as red meat, chicken, eggs, or cheese. More than 400 different varieties are known, but the most commercialized is the Hass avocado, famous for the excellent quality of its pulp and its high oil content. During its growth, the fruit displays an intense green color that turns dark, almost black, once harvested. Its flavor, with hints of walnut and hazelnut, and its soft, creamy texture make it the preferred choice of consumers and chefs around the world. The first tree of this variety was discovered in the garden of Rudolf Hass, a mailman and amateur horticulturalist from California, who was inspired after reading an article about avocados in a magazine. At that time, the avocado business was so prosperous in the United States that the avocado tree was often represented as a money tree with dollar bills hanging from its branches. But today, with more than 2.4 million tons produced annually, Mexico leads the world in avocado production and export. The state of Michoacán concentrates about 80% of this production. The volcanic and fertile soils of this region are home to the avocado. Each year, Michoacán produces more than 1 million tons, exporting mainly to the United States, Europe, and Asia. Here lies the municipality of Tancítaro, the #1 avocado-producing region in the world, earning the title the world capital of the avocado. The mild climate, mineral-rich soils, and ideal altitude create the perfect conditions for growing the so-called green gold. In this region, about 30% of the world's avocados are grown. Thousands of hectares are dedicated exclusively to the Hass avocado. This variety cannot be planted from a seed, so grafting must be done. A small branch from a healthy, mature Hass tree is cut. This will be the productive part. A clean, V-shaped cut is made, and both parts are joined firmly. Then it is tied with tape to prevent dehydration. The graft is kept in a humid, shaded place for several weeks. Performing a graft is a laborious process, but after 3 to 5 years, these small trees will bear fruit. 1 hectare of land produces approximately 20 tons of avocados, and at 45 pesos each, a farm can earn around $25,000 per harvest. Each tree can produce an incredible 340 kilograms per year, harvested by a team of 12 pickers. The avocado harvest season usually begins in late autumn and extends into spring, with the peak harvest in December and January. Before harvesting, farmers monitor the ripeness of avocados on the trees by observing their color, size, and texture to determine if they are ready to be picked. Ripe avocados typically have a dark green color, a slightly soft texture to the touch, and in some cases can detach easily from the tree. This careful observation helps ensure that avocados are harvested at the optimal stage of ripeness, which affects their quality and flavor. Harvesters use baskets and pruning shears to carefully cut or detach avocados from the branches. To pick them, the basket is placed under the fruit, which is then carefully cut from the tree. The problem is that most avocados grow very high up, and if they fall, they could be damaged. So workers use a pole and net for collection. The harvested fruit is placed into 25-kilogram boxes, and a race against time begins. Avocados begin to ripen as soon as they are picked. It takes about 5 days for them to reach supermarkets from here. The fruit is quickly loaded onto trucks and transported 30 kilometers to the city of Uruapan. At the avocado processing plant, up to 750,000 avocados are received daily. First, they're checked to ensure they have no defects. Samples are sliced and inspected for worms. Once confirmed that the batch is not contaminated, they are sent to a mechanical obstacle course. 40 rollers remove dirt and leaves from the avocados. Then they're washed and brushed until their natural wax shines. The shiny avocados pass through here at an incredible speed of 25 per second. The human eye can't keep up, so this machine uses 3 cameras that photograph each fruit at a remarkable speed. The cameras detect differences in size and any imperfections on the skin. Those that pass the test are weighed on rollers and directed to their assigned packing stations where they're quickly placed into boxes. But ripe avocados that are beginning to spoil are not wasted. They have the honor of being turned into extra virgin avocado oil. At the avocado processing plant, 300,000 avocados are received daily. The fruits are unloaded carefully to avoid bruising the pulp, as this would affect the yield and quality of the oil. Next, they're placed on a conveyor belt that distributes them to a high-pressure washing line. This step removes soil and organic residues. After rinsing, the avocados go through a bath with disinfectant solutions to eliminate microorganisms on the peel, preventing contamination in the next stages. A device called a penetrometer measures their firmness and indicates when the fruit is ready. Once ready, the extraction of the avocado pulp takes place, the part of the fruit with the highest oil content. A machine cuts each avocado cleanly in half. Then they're peeled and pitted to obtain the pulp. The skin and pit are separated from the fleshy pulp until a homogeneous, deep green mass is obtained. During this process, care is taken not to crush the seeds, since they contain compounds that can give the oil a bitter taste. The obtained pulp passes through filters that remove skin residues and coarse fibers. The result is a smooth, uniform paste containing water, oil, and vegetable components, which will serve as the base material for oil extraction. Once the avocado paste is ready, it is placed into mixing tanks where it is continuously stirred with paddles. It is kept at a temperature of 50 degrees Celsius for 60 minutes, enough for the oil to separate from the water. Next, it goes into a centrifuge machine, spinning at around 3,000 revolutions per minute. Thanks to the difference in densities, the centrifugal motion separates the oil, which being lighter, accumulates at the top. The pulp and fiber residues settle at the bottom. From every 100 kilograms of pulp, between 10 and 20 liters of oil can be obtained. Once extracted, the avocado oil still contains small solid particles and pulp residues, so it must go through a decanting process. In this stage, the mixture of oil and residue is left to rest in stainless steel tanks for several hours. Thanks to the difference in densities, a virgin avocado oil with a rich golden green color and a fresh characteristic aroma is obtained. The oil is then sent through stainless steel pipes to the bottling line. Once filled, the containers are hermetically sealed.